How the fast going? How's your fast? Your fast going pretty good? Those on the for today. The Most High really been doing some powerful things, man. Been doing some powerful things, and it's fast. Um, with all of us, man. Case in point, you'll hear the testimonial. You'll hear the testimonial tonight when Josh go forward, man. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. One of the things that the Most High, one of the things that the Most High gave me, in prayer on my fast is one of the greatest things that we can become is a weapon for the Most High. Somebody that has become his workmanship created in Mashiach, where he can specifically use us in any arena at anywhere and we be effective. He can use us in any arena at anywhere and we be effective. And this how I try to think when I'm dealing with the Most High, that I be responsible to the call that he have on my life. Where in my mind, I'm trying to do everything where I don't let him down, where he can use me and ain't got to think twice when it come to me. Well, he ain't got to think about, man, that brother, I want to use my son, but he still got attitude problems. I want to use my son, but he still jump off the handle at anybody. I want to use my son, but he's so caught up in his own circumstances and situation. I don't even want the Most High to think twice. I want him to consider me when it's time to be used, right? But the mindset that we have to get is like Romans 12 say that, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of our Hamashiach, that you present, watch this, you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, acceptable unto the Most High, and proving what is good and what is holy. So how do I get a mindset of a living sacrifice? When you become an intercessor, watch what I'm saying to you. When you become a intercessor of the Most High, self has to die. Let me show you what you're doing when you become an intercessor to the Most High. When you become his weapon in which he can use your mouth in prayer, your prayer time, your faith in prayer, your diligence in prayer, that he can depend on you to get his will done in the earth. That's where we have to be at with him, that we want to walk in such a oneness with him and unity with him, just like what did Mashiach say in John 17? He said, Father, make them one as me and you have become one. Give them that same oneness, that you are I am the vine, they are the branches, you are the husbandman. Make us one, he that abided in me and I abide in him, that we are oneness and uniqueness. And watch what happened. You getting at such a level with the Most High that you instantly begin to live a lifestyle where you sacrifice your own interests and your own wants for his. That if any man will come after me, he got to do what? He must first do it. Deny himself. And this is what I mean. Because and fasting, what are we doing? We're denying ourselves from food so we can grow more spiritually, so we can focus on his needs, right? So we can focus on getting his job done. Because a lot of times in prayer, we get so focused, we make prayer so selfish. And watch how the disciples was following Mashiach, and they seen how he operated at such a level. They seen the different things he did. They seen the oneness and the communion he had with the Father that they wasn't privy to. They didn't know by calling the Most High Father. They would call him Elohim, or the Elohim of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or the Elohim of the covenant. But they didn't know him as Abba, Father. And Mashiach brought the thinking back of the sonship, right? But they noticed how he prayed, and they asked him to teach us to pray, teach us to pray. Notice the first thing that Mashiach did. He wasn't necessarily saying pray this exact thing, but he said this is how you pray. Pray in this manner. Pray in this manner. Right? He said, what's the first thing he said? Notice he didn't say, my Father, which are in heaven. I want you to get this. He didn't say, my Father, which are in heaven, even though he know he's our Father. But he didn't want the emphasis to be on him. So the emphasis of what he did, the initial purpose of prayer is to think about the needs of the Most High as it concerns to the people. So he didn't come lifting himself up. He come lifting up the people of the kingdom in prayer. This is why he said, our Father. Because the emphasis of prayer is not about yourself, but it's about the needs of the community, the needs of the kingdom, the needs of the nation. So this is why he initially said, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Not my will, not what I want, not the things that I desire. Because what? I have taken myself out of the equation. And thy will be done on earth, even as it is in heaven. So it's up to us to be in such a level of prayer that we're being strategically positioned in order to manifest his will on earth. What? That's taking yourself out of the equation. And that's why the Most High was dealing with me with self-sacrifice, that you can't be an intercessor worried about you. Would it be amazing, like it said in Isaiah chapter 58, starting at, I want to say verse 6, where it talks about, isn't this the fast that a man that have chosen to what? Afflict his soul. But the amazing thing, once you get to a level where you cannot be fasting for yourself, but you're fasting for the needs of the community. You're fasting for a specific person's need. Man, when I realized that, when I began to take my mind off myself, right, and began to put my mind on a focus on the community, right, and I had people that would come to me, and one of the greatest things, if when you can fast, you don't tell nobody. But you fasting for the situation. You fasting for the circumstance. You praying, you interceding, you fasting whatever the Most High have given you, right? And you see the change. I done seen it, man. I done fast for a person's situation or circumstance when I'm led to do that now. They have to be spirit led. They can't be just for the moment, because you don't need to be wearing yourself out for somebody that don't want to change or don't really want change. You see what I'm saying? But one of the greatest things when I fasted about a person's situation, didn't let them know I was fasting by it, was just praying and seeing the Most High change it. Seeing the Most High over time turn it around. Well, because he strategically positioned you to put the needs of that person in your prayer time, where you and the Most High are working together through the Spirit to get change, to bring about change in the earth. And then he say, if I can't depend on nobody else, I can depend on Tekoa in prayer. Because I know Tekoa, even though Tekoa or Joshua Cullins or some of y'all in the chat got problems, got circumstances, got situation that's at a high level, you ain't focused on that. You focus on getting this other person delivered. You focus on turning this other person's situation around. Because anything that consumes itself in the kingdom of itself by itself dies. The kingdom ain't set up to be individual basis where we reflect it on ourselves. Yes, we have hurts. Yes, we go through. Yes, we going through. But the Most High want to see, will you sow into another person's good when you seeing everything in your life looking in shambles? Can he still depend on you to sacrifice your situation in order to see change brought about in another? Because notice, watch the principle. He said, "What? Watch this, man. The Christian church made this about money. But watch what he said. What you make happen for one man, the Most High, will in turn make happen for you." So if you're struggling with situations, whether it be sickness, whether it be your marriage, whether it be your children, if your children are wilding out and you didn't talk to them enough, begin to pray for other people's children. Find somebody else's child to begin to pray for. Find somebody else's child to be able to pour into while you already done poured into your own. Because sometimes hearing it from another person will bring about change. I'm living my life as a living sacrifice. I'm sacrificing my needs for the needs of the nation, for the needs of the community. Well, I ain't just focused on me and mine, because a lot of times the Most High is not going to move for you because you're too focused on what you want. You just want the situation better for you. You ain't looking about how this can influence and help the nation, because everything that you're doing, your prayer life ain't about you, your faith walk ain't about you, the resources that the Most High give you ain't about you, your blessings ain't about you. Everything that you get is away from you. It's about how it can enrich the kingdom. Even your trials and tribulations, that's why you can't get caught up in what you go through. Because again, that ain't about you. The same thing you going through now is the Most High say, I can trust you with this trouble. Some things are specifically designed for you to go through because the Most High know you can handle it. He know you can be, he can set you up to be seen of others going through this the right way. And yes, it can hurt. Yes, it can be painful, but it's worth it for the Most High's sake. If I got to go through this in order to show others how to go through this, I will do it. Because in the end, I'm going to receive a reward. I'm going to receive a crown in the kingdom for this. So this is why you don't allow what you're going through to consume you, because you got to put in your mind, the Most High have a cloud of witnesses around me watching how I go through this. And if I handle this the wrong way, if I move different, if I make a decision based off the moment rather than legacy, then I can make the wrong decision. If I'm making decisions under pressure, I can make the wrong decision. Sometimes I can make a permanent decision about a temporary problem, because everything changes. Everything is moving. Don't nothing stay the same. So don't make permanent decisions off temporary problems. Be like the trees. Folks calling me, man. Be like the trees. Watch this, man. This is why some of the stuff, like they be saying, that it's your season. Every new year, it's your season. It's your season. This is your season. Listen, service announcement. It can't be your season all year, every year. It can't be. It can't be your season of harvest all the time. It don't work like that. And this is why we get our hearts set up to be broken. Because we think it's supposed to be a prosperous season for us all the time. Watch the trees now. The tree, the Most High give you natural manifestation to show you what's in the spirit. And we just clapping. Oh, it's my season, child. You go and you spend 3 times. By the time you get home, it's going to be a check in the mail. All that type of stuff. And you ain't even handling you ain't doing right with what you got now, and you getting prophesied a check coming in the mail. Most I ain't going to give you no check. Get yourself together first. But watch this. Now, watch the trees. The trees know it ain't their season all season. Spring comes, and the trees know that growth and things going to be blossoming on it, right? And fruits and different things going to be growing. They're getting their leaves and get beautiful again, right? Everything is going, right? And then in the summertime, people going to the tree, pulling off fruit. The tree just doing what it's called to do, just providing the fruit and just growing it. Folks coming to the tree and pulling fruit from the tree and being nourished from the tree. But what does that tree know? Fall season is coming. Does the tree get up and run and move because of fall season? No, it know what it have to go through. It know it needs a pruning process to make the roots stronger to develop into a greater tree for the next season. So this tree knows during fall, I can't go crazy in fall because I know fall season is coming. can't go crazy. I know that my leaves is going to be breaking off. I know my fruit is going to be drying up. But I got to stay planted. I got to stay stable. I got to get through this season. Then not from fall, then winter hit where limbs are breaking off. Pruning process. The tree is going through all kind of difficult circumstances and situations and problems and things that is over its head. It can't even get birds to come and land on it and sing no more. Everybody look like it's outcast in the tree. But what does the tree do? It stands. It see its limb breaking. It see it ain't producing no fruit. But it knows I got to get through this season. Because what? When spring come, people going to be dependent on me again. Man, I felt that. Good gracious. When spring come back, I got too many people waiting on me to get the spring, the fall and break during fall. The fall and break during winter. I got to nourish during this time. I got to stay planted in this time. I got to get my roots deeper during this time because I know people are waiting for me to produce fruit when spring comes. So that tree don't break and don't fall and don't bend and don't drop because of the season that it's in. What it do? It get its roots deeper. It get planted deeper and get through those seasons to learn what it needs to learn for the next season. And by the time spring comes again, it's a stronger tree, a more developed tree for what? People to come pick fruit off of. So this is why, as an intercessor, a person that fasts, a person that prays, you have to know the cycles of the season in your life that you go through. Now, am I saying don't pray for yourself? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that you ought to get to such a level that in prayer you're looking for the needs of the Father. Sometimes he'll give you, and sometimes I go in prayer and say, Father, what's on your heart? What's on your mind? What is something specific that I need to be praying for that's your concern? It says, great is his thoughts towards us. So it's important for us to get the mind and the heart of the Father so we can become one union with him. We can become one with him for his purposes and for his goals, that we're working together. We're being that vessel in earth that he can use. You see what I'm saying? And what that takes sacrifice. That take getting your mind off your circumstance, your situation, that you may be free to be used. You see what I'm saying? Now, am I saying don't work your own salvation out? No, I'm not saying that. And am I saying don't work your problems out? Because work your problems out and work through them, but don't be consumed about them that the Most High can't depend on you. Because it can be something that's desperately happening over here that he wants you praying about. But if you're so caught up and consumed with your own hurt, your own pain, you can't be used. If that's making sense. That's making sense. So, family, I just wanted to give another nugget in prayer, even through this fasting season, because that's the whole purpose of us fasting, to become one with the Most High, to learn His purposes. And this is why we're doing it for a time period, because I want you to get you into a mode of keeping your mind locked into the Most High. I ain't want it to be quick. The Most High He wanted the quality of the fast to be strong. And sometimes to develop a habit, it takes 21 to 30 days. So I wanted your body to start getting conditioned to discipline. Your body needed to be conditioned to discipline, where during these 40 days, you'll begin to see how your body is going to start looking for especially when you get off this 40 days, your body going to be like, why we ain't not eating that? Why we ain't not doing this? Because it's going to get conditioned to discipline. And the focus is to have put your mind on the Most High, relationship with the Most High, developing with the Most High, becoming one union with the Most High. And yes, it's going to be a struggle. Your body going to be hollering. Depends on what you're doing. You're going to be a little bit more tired. You might be a little bit irritable and stuff like that. But you'll overcome that. You got to get through that. Those are times where you have to be praying. That's why I got us praying 3 times a day so we can keep our focus there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say, stuff gonna aggravate you. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Your defense is low. You're gonna have people aggravation. You're gonna possibly see problems between husband and wife. And the great thing about that, on the fast, y'all have problems with each other. You know you can't be on no fast with no bitterness in your heart. So you're gonna have to, or no resentment. So you're gonna have to talk about it. But I'm telling you what's gonna happen. You're gonna have them children gonna be acting crazy. All that's gonna be happening. To try to jump you off that fast, jump you off that discipline. So know that. Know that, and don't allow that to make you lose your focus. People on the job gonna be aggravating you, insane. That's gonna be times that they gonna bring in all your favorite foods, cakes, pies, donuts, all that. They ain't want to do none of that before. Well, watch during this fast. They gonna come with all that type of stuff. You gonna have all type of temptations like that. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. It's real talk. But you got to let you know that this fast, the Most High is doing you to breaking some things. So so this is things now. Soon, probably this weekend, or maybe Sunday. Before we pray Sunday, I probably do a small teaching on in-house family relations and what to do if my spouse is not in the truth. I did a teaching on that a while back. It's not on YouTube. I did that in a Facebook group, and it really helped a lot of people. But what to do if my spouse is not in the truth? And I'm gonna give you some wisdom and some things you got to handle spiritually. You got to handle that spiritually, and you got to let time be your ally and not your problem. Again, you got to let time be your ally and not your problem, because time is what you're going to need in order to do it, to get that done. So we'll talk about that. Um, but I just want to give you a quick little wisdom before we get off. Josh gonna get ready to come on about 6:30 in a minute, so let me jump on off of here. Any questions before we get on? Good everything. Says good, or if they're in but not as passionate as you. Yeah, we'll talk about things about that. Oh yes, much needed wisdom on man about who's Esau, why he's in the end of the world. Y'all worry about who Esau, man. We got teachers on that, man. Listen, man. The Most High go deal with Esau. You got to be worried about that. The Most High, he go deal with Esau. He go, when we get that change, he gonna come and deal with Edom. He gonna deal with Esau, right? But we got teachings on that. We got a whole series. I did one. I ain't finna be talking about no Esau right now. But anyway, go look at our videos, and you'll see we got teachings on Esau. Josh did a whole series on it too, called "Curse of the Culture," a curse of a curse, and he really breaks down that. I broke down the first part of that, so you can go look at that. We want to stay focused on this fast. Will there be any more Whitney Plantations openings? No, that's closed right now. What you can do is call the Whitney Plantation to see if you can set up something outside of the rebirth times where you can go. How do you email questions concerning script? You can send that to HebrewNationBuilding@gmail.com. Just work with me because we're extremely busy, so I don't have a lot of times to answer a lot of questions. I try, but I don't have a lot of time to answer a lot of questions. But yeah, just email us at HebrewNationBuilding@gmail. I'm not saying that your question is going to be answered right away because we got a lot we're doing. But Amos, can you tell us where the Pentecost feast will be held? I'll let you know. We usually don't do a big national gathering. Our national gathering usually just be Passover and possibly Sukkot, or Feast of Tabernacles. So we usually just do, everybody do their own. All the assemblies do their own Pentecost. You might have some that come together, but we'll let you know if we're gonna do that. All right, let me see. But Ramon, I ain't mean to seem a certain way, but we got 4 teachers on that. If you want the teachings, email me at HebrewNationBuilding@gmail.com, HebrewNationBuilding@gmail.com, and I send you the playlist of the teachings. Yep. Yesterday was the flying biscuit at work. Real bit. Oh, Sister Tammy. Oh, I thought I got tried. I got tried with some donuts, boy. They tried you, sis. They tried shit. Yeah, but right now the Whitney tour is over. It's done. That's our challenge too. I think men just do it differently. That's all. Yeah, that's true. But Amari, is it scripturally okay to tell people I'm under a fast? Um, yeah, and this is the thing, right? The reason that Mashiach said that, as far as not letting your fast be known, because the Pharisees was going around trying to gain um, credence or put themselves on a pedestal to let everybody know they was fasting. So this is why their face was all had was dry, they ain't oily, I mean all those type of things was happening because they all it was all about image with the Pharisee. It was all about show. So the Most High was like, no, Mashiach was like, no, you anoint your face, clean your face, don't even let nobody know that you fasting, right? So he was talking about in reference of that. Now, if you have a job that you're a chef or something like that, and you used to doing the cooking and all that type of stuff, you have to let those people know, or some type of way. But listen, I'm on a consecration right now, and that's why I tell people, I say I'm on a consecration right now. Um, if it's going to stop you, if it has to be known, because it's going to stop you from doing something that at your job and stuff like that, then you reveal it. Now, who you have to reveal it to is your household, your husband and your wife, husband and wife. Y'all have to let each other know because you ain't supposed to be doing certain things that you ain't supposed to do on no fast. So if your wife is the cook in the house, she need to know if you fasting. She don't need to be doing no full course meal, and then you walk in there and she did the whole. I messed up like that before. When I used to was fasting, well, back in the day, I didn't let my wife know she did a full course meal, and I walked in there and told her I was fasting, and boy, you know how that could be. But that was on me. That was on me. I dropped the ball on that. But she still ended up being sweet about it. She was just like, mm. So it just you have to let your spouse and people in the household know. I Dunkin' Donuts issues. Ireland that depends on rebirth made a few information videos suggesting fine. What is this fast? So, what you can do, you can go to the person that want to know about the fast. We got the last about 4 or 5 videos is done about the fast. So you'll see the first one is the Gospel of Isaiah 61, and we talk about a 40-day fast on that. And then you got I did 2 other videos. One on where we actually did the first prayer night together. So you go on there and you'll see all that, but just go to the videos. They even got pork in outdoors. Yeah, y'all. They got pork. They got pork and everything, man. They wearing us out. I'm in New York dealing with these ABC camp. Hopefully, you guys get something started in New York. Email me, Ramon. Email me. HebrewNationBuilding@gmail.com. I got a good suggestion of a pretty good place. Email me. But hopefully we might get something started. But just email me, and yeah, we got something on that Esau that can completely destroy the way the accounts look at that. But just email me. I just switched to black beans. Okay, that ain't for me. A real challenge doing pregnancy and nursing and infant at the same time. I'm struggling. Are you pregnant, sister? Focus on the truth. Now, if you pregnant, now, that's a whole different way you got to do it now. Um, whole different way you got to do it, especially if you nursing, because that's gonna wear you out. So you definitely got to look up things that's going to be sustained. You can't do no just liquid one now when you pregnant and you nursing. Well, yeah, you got to have fruits and vegetables and some type of grain. If you got to have some type of meat, you have to be wise during your fast. So that's a whole different animal. Where I can get uh, cause that nursing, but it take a lot out you. So you might have to do like weeks at a time, like first 3 days. Um, Working out. First 3 days are not this or not that, and then the rest of the week this and that. It just depends on what you need to do and what's healthy for you for that. Because I don't want you falling out. Because them babies, boy, oh Lord, that nursing serious. My daughter won't be happy about this. That's hilarious. Fasting, know that there are many different types of fasting. Yeah, many different types. Yeah. Once I was in business trip. Okay. How important is it for us to learn Hebrew, new to this way, and want to make? Well, it's important. It ain't when people try to make you feel like just because you don't know the Hebrew that you're gonna miss the kingdom or you ain't smart, ain't wise. It's important though. I'm learning it myself. It's important to learn the Hebrew or to be able to have a concordance or things like that. One good thing I use is Bible Hub or Blue Letter Bible, where you can actually go and look the words up and get an understanding of what the words are saying. Because you got to see everything from a Hebraic mindset. So you have to look the words up, the thought of the words when you're really studying the ancient Hebrew and the picture graphic give you a whole different revelation of it. So it's important, to learn Hebrew. I believe it is. But you don't make that the basis of elevating Hebrew over character. Because a lot of people do that. All they do is elevate the Hebrew understanding the language, and then their character is falling down here. So if you are learning Hebrew but keep cussing folks out, fighting folks, having sex with folks that you ain't married to, and all that type of stuff, then the Hebrew don't mean that. Your character has to be the utmost thing that you're developing and growing, and then you add on the other things with the Hebrew and all that stuff of that nature. I yes, we'll be praying for you and your back and relate to her. Okay, we need you guys in New York. Yeah, we working on something, my bro. We working on something. Hey man, but grown up activities. If you know what I'm getting at, doing a fast on the side. But yeah, y'all. Let me say this. You got to work that out. Cause doing fasting, you ain't supposed to be doing no sexual stuff and going in and stuff like that. So you got to abstain. When we come into the UK, we'll come to the UK when y'all want us to come. Send us an email at rebirthofanation.info, rebirthofanation.info, rebirthofanation.info at gmail.com, rebirthofanation.info. And because we've been trying to get to that people, London, UK, areas like that, let us know. But it'll have to be really 2020. If we can start at 9th, and that's all we need. We need a venue to teach at, and and being able to get their hotel and flight, then we there. And it don't matter if it's 5 people, we'll come. As long as we can a venue where we can teach at, hotel and flight, we there. I don't care if it's 5 people or 700, we coming. So let us know. Sister AJ say she nursing. Y'all don't. Hey man, listen. You got to use the wisdom of the Most High. Don't be in there nursing and fall out. You pregnant and nursing, sister. Focus. A, you really need to be praying and interceding with us during this time. But you seek a Hebraic somebody that deals with health to be able to help you with what to do and what not to do. It's okay to start late. Yeah, whenever you can jump in, you can jump in. Thank y'all for taking the taste of nicotine from everyone in my family who smokes this fast. Has truly been blessed. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, please drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Drink fruits and vegetable grains, a lot of oatmeal nursings. Oh, my wife's saying that. Yeah. Because my wife did that when she was pregnant. But we had got wisdom from Mother Ngozi, which is one of our health ladies down here. Somebody in my yard. All right. Let me get off here. I gotta see what's going on. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to go. But again, the Most High been doing amazing things. One thing I'll tell you, but they're going to do the testimony about it today. One of the brothers called me that was having a problem, and he'll reveal what that problem is in the testimony of tonight. So please stay tuned. But the Most High was working through this fast because we got on that phone, was praying for him, man, and began to calling those spirits out. And those spirits started coming out of him while we was on the phone and having dominion over those things. And he after that he felt fresh, felt new, and he'll testify about it later, man. But this is the type of stuff that the Most High is doing during these fasts, giving people deliverance and breaking chains, breaking addictions, breaking all these things. So if you having these problems, put these things as a petition in your prayer and watch the Most High break it in your life. Okay? I got to get ready to go. I love everybody. It says, okay, on the Shabbat. I'm gonna have to do a teaching on that. You're supposed to be rested now, and you know how we look at Shabbat as sunrise, as the day. So I don't know how you can be physically rested and going in at the same time. So that might be one day you probably, you can't be going in and resting. So, but y'all see, y'all know how we calculate the Sabbath. So you got off Friday, you're doing a week to go in and hold up, and then you can come back a little later. But it helps. That's what I'm saying. It help her rest. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, I feel you. I bet y'all do. I bet y'all do. Oh, y'all better get it in before that sun come up there. Then you can, you can go and rest. I feel you, because ain't no sleep like sleep after that, boy. Have mercy. Have mercy. All right, y'all. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. But if you want to know how important sex is and the reality of sex, go look at the teaching we did. What is sex? Because that is actually you actually renewing the covenant, renewing a covenant of your marriage every time you have sex. So it's a beautiful thing. Go look at the teaching on it. It's gonna surprise you now. All the elements of sex is all covenant type of thing. So but y'all crazy, man. Y'all my type of people. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. But yeah, we'll do a search. We'll do a teaching on that pretty soon. Or either just research it and let us know what you came up with. But off the top of my head, I ain't gonna go into all the scripture and different things like that. So I love y'all, man. I gotta get off here because Josh, he gonna come on in a minute. So love y'all. Be good and shalom.